What the hell happened to the rental market? Not many agents want to talk about this, but we will. Stay tuned.
I'm the ringleader, so listen up.
Oh my gosh, what a weekend. What happened? What happened this weekend? What
Uh,
happened?
I
Couple of
feel
things we're
like,
talking about.
yeah,
Rental market, we're going to talk about the massive change. But before we do, what happened this weekend, Xanth?
I feel like blinking was over. It just went by way too quickly. Busy day at work on Saturday and then connecting with friends and family yesterday. How about you?
I got caught up in the Trump news.
Wasn't that wild? Wowzers.
I went down the rabbit hole.
And where did that lead you?
You just get sucked up in crap and you hear the same thing over and over and over and over looking for new information. And it's like, this information isn't even going to help me in my daily life. Why am I consuming this with my time?
But you still spent hours doing it, didn't you? Going down that rabbit
Yeah.
hole.
Like you're just watching different news channels and you hear the same thing 99% of the time and then you hear one thing, 1% new thing each time and you're like, oh yeah, great. But what am I going to do with that news from the Trump stuff? And I'm like, why am I consuming all this information? Why?
Topical, it's interesting, it doesn't happen very often, the attempted assassination of a president, so I'd want to read about that too.
Unbelievable. Good luck. Good luck to Mr. Donald Trump. Now, Xantha, rental market, and this is a bit of a delicate discussion to have online with people because as an agent, you always want to be talking it up. And when it's
Yeah.
not up, you're sort of like, yeah, I don't really want to talk about it. But the rental market's changed. Tell us, tell us, tell us.
It was hot, hot, hot. Fast moving properties, record rental prices, lines, like literally queues of people out the door to each rental property. And it was just hot potato, leased, 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 leased. Now, fast forward 6 months, you know what? It was hot 1 minute. Now it's not right now.
And I just didn't see it coming.
No, neither would I. It's like it was fast, 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 and then instantly, I don't know at what point, maybe a month or two ago, it's just stopped, and now it's slow.
It's weird because, and just people out there, just to give you a reference, we're Northern Beaches, we're Sydney, Australia. We are the largest rental business on the Northern Beaches. So we manage 1,700 properties, residential and commercial. And we were having a great old time. Now, we would normally carry, as in advertise, about 40 to 50 properties for lease. That was pretty normal for us. Now, that number changed to about 5 to 10. So we were only had 5 open houses on a Saturday, 10 open houses on a Saturday for rental. So that's how low it actually got. Now it's back to 50, 50, 50,
Yeah. 50.
50.
So
Why?
I understand. Well, the rental market is typically slower in the winter season, regardless of it being a rental crisis or anything like that. So, I kind of did anticipate it would slow down a little bit around the colder season, but just not as quickly and not as much as it has done right now.
Do you reckon it's a winter thing, a beaches thing, or do you reckon it's going to stay like this through summer?
Oh, that's a good question. I wish I had a crystal ball as well. I think that it will stay relatively slow like this until summer, and then it will pick up again, not with the same traction we saw the summer that we've just been through, but it certainly will balance itself out and pick up again.
That's interesting. But you know what? It's great news for renters out there that veracity in the marketplace is not there anymore. Landlords, don't be sad because you've retained that growth. So in our core market, we probably saw 10% growth in rent over 12 months. and over 12 to 24 months, another 10%. So there's probably been about a 25% growth in the last 2 years in the rental market. That's still there. So the prices haven't gone down. They've just simply leveled out, and they've just found a new level with rental prices. But I think for tenants, the good news is it's not just violently going up and up and up any longer.
Absolutely. And I mean, when we had a discussion with Rob last week during our staff meeting, and he brought up some really interesting things all around surrounding affordability. So if you do want to have a really healthy lifestyle, tenants are actively moving outside of the Northern Beaches or to other areas where they can afford to have all of the bells and whistles. However, if they did want to stay in the Northern Beaches, you might find a family of 3 or 4 staying in a 2-bedroom apartment versus a house or a townhouse.
Yeah, it's all underpinned by affordability, and I think now an option for people when when COVID started, everyone sort of more went to a house and more went to their own space. Whereas the multi-generational rental, where grandma and mum and dad and the kids would live in one house, even adult kids, is coming back more and more. So these guys are sharing households more, sharing cost of living. The food, grocery bills, insurance bills, and that stuff. So sharing is caring. So I think that's probably, I guess, explains why it's maybe even why the rental market's a little bit more conservative, because people aren't optimistic. They're sort of just consolidating.
I also think that a big part of that as well is the media is not driving that narrative of rental crisis, move quickly, it's speed, needs to move now. That you don't have that constant in the background. So I also think additionally that's helped to just maintain level it all out.
And something they did pick on with the rental market was immigration. They did, and I always said this, because when they people were saying immigration was out of control, and I was always saying it's in control. So when you look at immigration over the last 5 years, for instance, we had a massive hole when we sent everyone home in 2020, 2021. There was a huge dip. A lot of people left the country. And then when there was this huge influx, people shit the bed. And they were like, hang on. And I was always like, no, hang on a sec. We're just filling the hole of, we're sort of still the same batting average. So I actually think when it comes to population and when it comes to immigration, we're sort of back in black. We're not crazy high influx in numbers, but we're just sort of back to our regular. So I think hence maybe that's why the rental market's back to the regular.
Yeah. And what do you think it's like for the next 6 months?
What?
What do you think the rental market? Come on, let's lay down your predictions. How will it look for the next 6 months?
Same. I reckon it's completely leveling out. I don't think we're going to see an increase. I think for the whole year, we'll probably see a 5% increase for the next 12 months in the rental market. That's my punt. Yours? Residential.
Residential? Yes,
Yeah.
I do think it will be seasonal. So I think we've got a lull now, and then come summertime, more people will want to move to the beaches. But I don't think it will be as hot as it was over the last month. I think you'll still continue to see a slow increase in rental prices, not to the tune of plus 10% year on year where they have been.
While we're on that, I think it is an excellent time to negotiate a commercial lease. For people that don't know, in commercial industrial, for instance, our core market in the Northern Beaches, there have been 130 properties the last 3 months come on. So 130 properties have dropped into our marketplace on that website, and on that website, 35 properties have leased. So I think if there's one market that's really correcting itself, it's the commercial, industrial, retail market. And I think if you're re-signing a new lease for the next 3 years, you can probably negotiate a really good deal at the moment.
Oh, interesting.
Mm. Very.
Yeah.
And there you go.
That's a wrap.
Xanth,
That's
have a great day.
You too.
Mr. Donald Trump, congratulations on surviving that awful attack. How is he feeling today?
Shaken, not stirred.
He's got to be the luckiest man in the world at the moment today.
Absolutely. I'd be buying a lotto ticket.
Unbelievable. Anyway, Xanth, have a great day. Thank you, everyone. Have a great week.
Enjoy your week ahead. Bye.
Yeah, bye.